Hi guys, and welcome back to Nick's Home Renovation. I am at my 1936 bungalow renovation. I have lots to show you. The plastering internally has finally finished. I say finally as all my guys, and I'm sure anyone working on their home or any property at the moment are finding everyone's so busy. So instead of having someone here 5 days a week, it's been 2 or 3. But the internal plastering is now done. We've got my Quartz Worktop in, you might be able to see behind me. I can show you that. I've got some more radiators on, and I've got a lot of people booked in, so my tiler starts in the next couple of weeks, and then once he's done, the plumber can finish, and we're making some positive steps forward. We've still got a lot to do externally, including the patio and the driveway and the rendering, but I'll talk about that as I go around. We'll start in the kitchen. So I'm doing more daily updates, or not daily, but weekly updates on my Instagram, which is 1936 Bungalow Renovation if you're interested. Otherwise I'll try and get as many videos on YouTube as I can when I can. We've had a bit of a clear up of the garden, so it's a bit tidy, and we've got some things out there ready to do the patio, which we're thinking of doing about 5.6 meters out, which pretty much takes it to this tarpaulin there. It's a nice big patio, so you can have furniture on here, nice seating, and then you've got space down the side behind where the kitchen is, where that window is, for a barbecue and things like that to wheel out. So this is the Quartz Worktop. So this is 30mm quartz from a company called MT Stones, who I really recommend. They were very good, really quick at getting it the turnaround, booked in within a week, and then they turned up about a week later and they fitted both here, this L shape, and the utility in about 2 hours, which is just so good, and all the upstand into the windowsill as well. This is just a 30mm white quartz, and as you can see, we've taken it into the window as well, just running that in. So we've got the silicone at the top, but we couldn't do that until the painting's finished, and then we've taken it behind the hob and both sinks as well as a kind of splashback, and we've got these grooves here. See, we've got some handles on. Can't remember if those were in the last video. All the handles are on, and then you might be able to see that this is going to be a different colour to the rest of the kitchen, just to give it a bit something else. I get a bit bored of just the grey everywhere now, so this is going to be a little breakfast bar. Under here you can see this space here for a couple of stools to go, and it's going to be kitted out with these end panels with the tongue of groove in there. So I think that look really nice from here as a little breakfast bar, place to have your cereal in the morning perhaps. Hob's going in here, integrated extractor there, and then this is the utility room, which is a pretty impressive utility room, I think, because it's bigger than, well, certainly some of the kitchens I've worked on before. Nice to have another sink as well. I sort of see this as if it was my house using it. All the dirtier things in there. Washing machine integrated in there. Boiler in here. Boiler's now on, I'm glad to say. So as the temperature is freezing and it's helping the plaster dry. I'll take you around the rest of the house. I'll go upstairs first, as upstairs is where things have really changed. This has all been plastered under here. Not much to see under here. This is just a socket, a light switch, all my data cables, my Cat 6. This room's had a couple of coats of miscoat paint. One of the bedrooms, and coming upstairs, this is where things have changed the most in the last week. All been plastered. We have bathroom to the left, bedroom to the right. This is a little cubby hole for luggage and Christmas trees and things. Get the lights on. So we're going to have a freestanding bath here, centre of these 2 niches. Freestanding tap coming over here. All the fittings are white, all the fixtures are black, so freestanding tap in black, towel rail black, white sink with black taps. Toilet's going on this wall somewhere once we figure out where the bath is going to be located to give us enough room. Wall hung sink here, white with the black fittings, and then towel rail over here. This is my fan, only real place I could put the fan. Unfortunately, I don't particularly like it being there, but it couldn't go in any of these ceilings because we didn't have the depth to bring the ducting down and externally out. I mean, I've got a couple of lights in these niches to really make it stand out. I'll show you the tiles later. They're in the front room. We're having different tiles in every bathroom, which I think is quite nice. This is going to be the big wardrobe, nice big deep wardrobe. This is why we dropped this whole ashlar wall on this side. You can see it's lower than this side. The reason we did that is to give you depth for this wardrobe and to give you a bit more room in this side. So my carpenter's built it, and he's going to build storage at the back there for shoes and drawers and things like that, that's smalls. And then they're going to have a hanging rail nearer here, and you've got lots and lots of room. It's actually a huge space. Lots of room to divide this up, and it sort of gives it a bit more purpose having the wardrobe there, and you can sort of, it helps people see that this is more the bedroom down here. I've envisaged the bed going here, but you could have it either side, but I think as you've got more height here, switch either side to control the lights, and a socket either side for your bedside table. And then you've got this nice view going out to the garden, which I'm eventually going to have a Juliet balcony with glass, just so it doesn't disrupt any of the light coming in. In the garden, we're going to do that patio, as I said, to about there, turf the whole thing with borders either side for planting and borders at the back for planting, with the eventual, I'd imagine, having lots of trees, tall trees at the back to block out the other houses. There's a really nice space. This is about 10 metres long by about 3 metres wide. You do have reduced head height, obviously, the further you come down here, but it's actually turned into a much nicer space than I was anticipating when we first were up in the loft, and it just seemed so small. Couldn't fit the shower in here in the end. The only way of doing it was to make this whole room a wet room, and to have the shower basically where that light is. It just disrupted the whole flow of the room with knowing where to put shower screens, with the splashes going on the toilet and the sink. So we decided just to have the bath, because we now have 2 baths going into the property and 2 showers, which I think is plenty. Nothing's changed in this room. I see this as the snuggie room. TV points going down there with the data cables. I'd have the sofa on that wall. And we've got the nice column radiators. The radiators are only on temporarily until we can paint, just to get some heat in here. This room has been plastered. This waste has to be boxed in yet. This is coming down from the upstairs bathroom. Couldn't box it in yet because the plumber still needs to access a bit of it down below. But we'll eventually box that in, just for coat storage in there. You can see some of the fittings in the main bathroom. So this is going to be my traditional bathroom. Going to have this grey vanity unit in the traditional sort of shaker style. This towel rail here, again in that traditional column style. With a shower and a shower screen here, and all the fittings in there. Another light in the niche for your shampoos and things. And then over here, I'll show you next door, we're going to have a grey freestanding bath going in there. And I'll show you the tiles in the next room, because the tiles really make a bathroom, I think. So then this grey bath is going in there just to match the grey vanity. So these are the tiles. So this is what I would call either an office or children's playroom, or just a single bedroom, multi-function really. The tiles going in the bathroom we were just in, and these Laura Ashley ones on the floor, with a very simple Metro tile on the wall with a really dark grey paint up there. This grey tile is going on the floor of the ensuite, which we haven't been to yet, and I'll show you next. Again with just a Metro tile on the wall. And then upstairs we're having this sort of marbly, in the black and white bathroom as I call it. So this marble tile is going on the floor with on the wall, the reduced size going up the wall as well. And we're just doing it on that back wall where the bath is upstairs. Last room to show you is maybe the master, unless you want to call the master bedroom upstairs. Got two great rooms to potentially be the master here. So this has all been plastered, all my lights are on, the radiators are on, but we're waiting on the painters, well, and the tiler in here. So in this room, shower in the corner here, I'm having a teal wall hung vanity unit there with just chrome fittings here, mirror here. I've got lights, this is just stud work, so I have lights, cables in there to bring through, and then obviously toilet is in place. You might be able to see my plumber's note to just have a wee in there, because we've got the drain out the front is a teeny bit blocked, so it's a wee only zone. And then towel rail on this wall. So tiles were these big, large, light grey ones on the floor, Metro tiles here, and then with the green vanity here, and maybe a green on the wall here, but I haven't actually decided yet. So we're making very slow progress, but we are progressing. So it's going a little bit slower than I anticipated, just because the plasterer just didn't finish when he thought he would originally finish. On the plus side, he's now doing my rendering for me, and he's a brilliant plasterer, so I'm really pleased about that. But we are probably, I'd say, a month behind of where I wanted to be. So I'm hoping if the tiler starts in 2 weeks, my plumber's itching to go, my carpenter's itching to go, and my painters are itching to go, and I'm the electrician. So that's a lot of tick boxes, and we just need to start on the drive and the patio and the rendering and get that going. But we'll get there eventually, and I'm hoping the whole thing will be finished in January. Famous last words, but hopefully my guys don't have too long off for Christmas, because sometimes they have sort of a month off and have a rest, which they fully deserve, but I'm hoping this year they just have maybe 10 days or so. Thanks to everyone for watching and subscribing. More regular photos on Instagram if you want to follow me, 1936 Bungalow Renovation. But thanks to everyone who says lovely comments and subscribes, really appreciate it, and have a nice day.